Singing a song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth a pointed roll when we sing together. We're there.
A lovely warm sunny Saturday afternoon as autumn now catches up with us at St Andrews. Had a buzz about it before the game, especially with recent performances. Surely it was about time for someone to come here and get mullered. However, Queen's Park Rangers and the referee had other ideas. What a frustrating game. The players didn't seem up from it from the start, and to be honest with you, neither did the crowd. So it's no wins in the first 6 games, and the first international break is already upon us. We have to be better. I believe we have the players to certainly make a push on this table. Not saying for a minute we're going to get promoted or anything like that, but with a little more determination and luck, surely we can prevent another situation like last year. More to come this week as far as discussions regarding financial fair play, but when, as we as fans get to know the information, is anybody's guess. No game this week, and it's the Baggies a week on Friday. Damn you, Sky TV. And of course, finally, we greet our very own Mr. Fun back to reality from his trip across the USA. Yes, he's back, he's tired, he's jet-lagged, he's grouchy, so please don't expect one smile off him tonight. Seriously, welcome home, Mr. Fun. Welcome home. Woo! So once again, it's strap yourselves in, get ready for the one and only world exclusive Tilton Talk Show. Here you go, it's what Mondays are for.
We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the cheapest tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So come on, city, sing this song once more.
You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk Show.
The Tilton Talk Show on srbradio.com.
What that is.
Well, we haven't seen any of it.
I'm going to clue what.
I'll turn the mics on now. So.
Okay.
Can you just say it? Can you
Yeah.
say it again?
Yeah, we'll talk amongst ourselves, shall we,
we'll
Chris?
go for it. Yeah.
He's only been doing it 8 years. You'd think he'd have the hammer of it
It's a
by now,
pleasure
wouldn't
to
you?
be back.
The first minute you get back and your mic's turned off, eh? Crikey.
Trying to tell me something.
Oh, dear. Right, okay. How did it go, bud?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, very enjoyable time.
We've gone so quick.
Yeah, I know, yeah. At times it feels like it's absolutely flown by, but then it feels about 3 years since we flew to Vancouver, so yeah, it's a funny one. It feels like it's gone quickly, but then when you look back on what you did at the start of the trip, then yeah. But it was brilliant, yeah, very enjoyable.
Excellent. Next destination?
Oh, with the amount we spent, probably Skegness.
Right, okay.
Yeah. No, we'll have a think. But.
Welcome, Martin Ward, listening from Mallorca. A lovely 29 degrees over there today. Excellent. Well done for you for listening from there, matey. Appreciate everybody that's on. Don't forget, all you got to do is share this stream on your personal Facebook page, and you'll be in for a chance for a prize next week. Have we got the prize draw ready for later? It'll be sorted later. It'll be sorted. We do have somebody listening from Miami as well. I saw that earlier as well. So, welcome to Miami. Do let us know if you're around the world.
Corner I didn't go.
Oh, dear me, man, dear me. Whatever corner of the world you're in, do let us know where you're from. And it's always good to know that we go worldwide.
It is.
Right, okay, a very, very, very frustrating game on Saturday. You probably didn't get to see it as you weren't back.
No, we were on the plane, yeah. But, yeah, I mean... It's surprised me to hear the reactions from people that we were really flat. Considering obviously I've seen bits and bobs and highlights and
I saw all of it.
But Matt, I mean, for the season in general, the whole season. But I'm mainly relying on supporters' reactions on social media and thing, and the whole of the season sounds like we've played really well, trying to control games, trying to create chances and things like that. And then when you get to QPR...
we mullered Swansea. We absolutely tore Swansea to shreds.
And Forest.
And
Forest away.
Winning 2-0. We're not getting the rub of the green.
Yeah.
And Saturday... there were two things that frustrated us on Saturday. Number one was Queen's Park Rangers. The other was a referee. I mean, EFL, can we please have an official who can do a job? Asking for 23,000 friends? Huh? Hello?
Yeah, not good.
No. Stop, start.
And that always makes it more difficult to get a tempo going in the game. I think QPR's attitude towards the game as well was very, it's certainly for the first hour or so we're very happy with the point and we'll play it along the back, but I think that's when the onus is on you as a home team to up that intensity and up that tempo a little bit and try and create something a little bit different, but it sounds like by all accounts it was they really struggled to do that on Saturday. But as you said, that's the first game out of 6 that we have struggled to do that. Middlesbrough away is a tough game, but we battered Bolton, battered Forest, battered Swansea. Should have beat Norwich on the first day, but for a defensive mishap in the last minute. So I can see that there's a lot of disappointment about the performance, certainly about the results, not winning in 6, but
there is. But I'll tell you one thing, Chris, right? And I'll tell you this absolutely straight from the heart. Our fans aren't fighting with each other.
No, that's true.
Our fans aren't fighting with each other.
Not yet.
We're all together.
Yeah.
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Emma Humphries said she shared. Thanks ever so much, Emma. And the ref was awful. Adam Wilkes is listening from West Brom, not as tropical as Miami, but as many people live on another planet round here, I'm sure of it. And Ian Lomas, Nick, the ref was an EFL plant, allegedly. Queen's Park Rangers set up for the point. They were just dire.
Yeah.
They were just terrible.
I think,
and of course,
style of play. The difficulty is for them. They got beat 7-1 at West Brom, and then the game after that, I think they lost 3-0 at home to Bristol City as well. So their reaction has to be, we need to tighten up defensively. I think they won their next home game, which was the one before they played us.
They did, yes, and they won the one in the cup as well, didn't they?
Yeah. But then, so you're coming, they're coming to St Andrews, where we had last season. We finished the season with a brilliant home record, which in effect kept us up. Although we haven't won, we've played Norwich and Swansea at home, 2 decent sides, and been the better side in both of them. So I think teams are going to come. We'll see what West Brom do on that Friday night, but I think teams will come to St Andrews with a little bit of trepidation, not fearing us, but I don't think teams are going to come to us and just try and go at us from the off anymore, because our home record is very good.
Stephen Smith said dropping Bogle was a mistake. Shea was not strong enough against 2 big centre halves when the ball was being huffed down the middle. Now, I was talking to Tom Ross before the game, and Tom was saying that he thought it's been quite a masterstroke leaving Shea on the bench for those games. Right. Give him a kick up the backside, this, that and the other, and starting him today could be a very good thing for him, but it just didn't happen. It didn't happen for the bloke. Don't think it was his fault entirely. You can't be struggling. You can't have fans complaining that we're struggling for goals, one day, and then Adams comes off the bench and scores against Forest, and then the fact that Adams has come off the bench and made that impact and got a goal, and he took it pretty well actually, the goal against Forest, but so then to leave him on the bench the next game, if Bogle doesn't score again, then people will be questioning why Adams isn't playing. So it's swings and roundabouts on that one, isn't
it? You can't win as a manager sometimes. No. I think I thought at the time that it was the right decision to bring Adams back in after he scored against Forest. Yep. But
well, you can win as a manager, according to Neil Harmon. Clues, I'm not discouraged overall. Monkey's doing the right things and saying the right things. We will get there. Keep right on.
And that's how I feel. Obviously, I haven't. I've only seen snippets again and a few highlights here and there, but certainly from the back end of last season and the start to this season, the way we have been playing, the results, as you say, we haven't necessarily got the rub of the green, or we probably deserved a few more points than we have got. But yeah, certainly absolutely nothing disparaging against Gary Monk whatsoever.
No, nothing whatsoever. Ray Nash, I'm listening in Rochdale, not quite abroad, but sometimes need a Lancashire English dictionary. Brett Stanley, 360 mile round trip from Bognor Regis on Saturday. Blame me with a big smile. You could have picked my son up actually from Paul in Dorset. Welcome to Penny Wood, and Heather Bowen, Alison Shilton also joined us. Don't forget to share this on your personal page and be in a chance for the competition next week. Mike Prince says Queen's Park Rangers played for a point and dragged us down to their scrappy level of football.
Yeah.
Number 10 was a cheat. Ref was shocking, and for me personally, I'm getting more and more doubts about Monk's timing and subs. Duke was no good. Bogle was on too late for Adams, as Adams didn't shine. Keep right on. Yeah, some differences of opinion there. I think
I think the point he makes about being dragged down to another team's level is a decent one.
It's very.
I think that can happen.
It did happen. We were out.
You know, and like you say, the refs blowing up for everything. There's a free kick every 30 seconds. QPR players are going down left, right, and centre to win cheap free kicks, and it disturbs the tempo of the game. But sometimes you have to be. You just have to stick with your principles and what you're trying to do. But it didn't sound like we were good enough at that. We were letting them get away with it.
We should have played the ball a lot more rather than hoof it up. You know, we went back to that. Oh look, we're frustrated. Just give it a belt and see what happens with it. Instead of getting it on your foot and passing.
Was it just aimless hoofing, or was it?
Some of it, I think, was aimless hoofing.
Okay.
But I must credit Lee Camp for 3 good saves in the second half, and also his distribution. I think his distribution was pretty good. Yeah,
so that plays a part. Obviously, you know, last season we had. It's something that's been bugging me a little bit. The whole keeper situation. I think you've got a young kid in Truman who's decent, who's shown that he's a solid enough keeper.
Perhaps one for next year, maybe. You know, with a lot of coaching.
Yeah, but the chances are, with the way our squad is, we are going to be lower half of the championship again.
Yes, absolutely.
So if we are down there, you probably want that added experience. Now, the added experience with Lee Camp didn't go well for Sunderland last season.
No.
But he made a mistake against Forest. He did make a mistake against Forest.
I think the first one was harsh to blame him for.
Yes. Yeah. I think that he struck that quite well.
He belted it.
Yeah, but the second one, he should have pushed it further away. But as you say, he made a couple of important saves on Saturday.
They weren't world-class saves, but you know, they were saves. He's got to make them. He's got to make them. The right decision.
And a lot of people seem to have very short memories about how many mistakes Stockdale made.
What about Joe Hart when he first joined us? How many mistakes he made?
Well, one or two, but certainly last season Stockdale was not David De Gea last season.
No.
Yeah, and you know, it was ironic that it was Forest away that Camp gets pelt us for, and it was Forest away last season where Stockdale, you know, we dropped points at Forest away last season because of a Stockdale error.
Calvin Hernborough, on a brighter note, we've got a clean sheet, and also for once we're not calling for the manager's head.
2 out of 3 games we've kept a clean sheet at
which
home.
shows our togetherness with Monk and the players. Absolutely right, absolutely true, and I think there is a togetherness, right? We're not suffering what they're suffering across the other side of the expressway.
It's a completely different mindset. Yeah. Absolutely, but you look back to last, again, this short memory thing. You look back to last season. I think after 8 or 9 games last season, we'd won one. I think the second game of the season against Bristol City at home, but we'd lost 6 out of the first 9. I think it was last season.
Yeah.
So we were on what, 5 points after 9 games, and we're on 4 after 6.
4 and 6.
I know we got. Well, you know, it shouldn't be a surprise that a blue side that hasn't had a dramatic overhaul since last season is struggling to score goals. You know, struggling to pick up points away from home.
But we didn't struggle against Fulham though. On that most important game, and I know that was a Wembley Cup final, really, wasn't it? And I know that, but
and it's a completely different scenario. You know, you at the back end of a season when you're struggling and you're fighting for your lives to stay up. You're not fighting for. I know maybe some people think you should, but you're not fighting for your lives on the first day of the season. Do you know what I mean? You obviously you want to win, and but it's a completely different ethos. It's a completely different mindset that the players are in, that the fans are in, and everything like that. I don't know. I think at this point, obviously you're desperate to get that first win under your belt, and because I think we're a side that if we get on a run, we can stay on a little run. I'm not saying we'll win 10 on the bounce, but we might lose 2 out of 8 or something, and those points can get picked up then. But it is just about getting that first win. But I certainly don't think we should be discouraged.
No. Matthew Revell's still here in New Zealand. Welcome to you, and welcome back, Mr. Fun. Thank you. We've only had one shot on target from Chris McKenzie. We had one shot on target, whereas
but that was
But we had one shot on target. They had 5, but we kept a clean sheet.
So on Saturday, we probably got away with one. We maybe we got a point that we didn't deserve. But let's go through the results. Norwich at home we should have won. So there's 2 points dropped. Bolton at home, Bolton away we should have won, and we lost 1-0. So there's 3 points dropped. That's 5. Forest away we should have held on. That's another 2. Maybe we should have beat Swansea. There's another 2. That's 9.
That's almost.
And how different does your season look then?
Top of the league, isn't it?
So let's all take a breather. We have got things to work on, but we've also got things that are going to worry teams and trouble teams as well.
Yeah.
Ray just wants to remind you that Ndoye's gone.
Yeah.
Gone to anger.
Yes. What a day that was when I saw that come up on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, come on. That means your photograph with him has now just gone up in price.
Yeah.
That's worth more money.
That's true.
We might have
my
to
photo with the biggest waste of money.
Thinking about photographs, I must also say thank you to Colin Tatton. I did see him on Saturday, shook his hand and said thank you very much for organising that photograph. He apologised for it taking so long. I said absolutely not a problem. It is a brilliant photo. And when are we going to start the auction on that, matey, do you know?
Right, so we're going to start it. We can take bids for it, but I think the final night is probably going to be on the 19th, which is a Wednesday, because we're involved in this this do at the walkabout, where beer's cheap.
That's a Wednesday. It's a hotel close.
Yeah. The Sheffield United game.
Yeah. Peter Sullivan, keep right on from the USA. Thank you for that one. And Sam Greenway, the word is frustrating so far this season. Hopefully the first will happen soon and settles everything down. We need a striker who gets goals but nothing out of nothing most weeks, like Gale at Albion. He's doing really well. On Saturday, that's 1-0 win and it's 3 points. We have to go with what we've got. We absolutely certainly do, Sam. Very sensible point there. And
he's just mentioned Gale from West Brom. I think the last 3 transfers he has made have all been above 10 million.
Yeah.
We haven't got 10 grand.
No, I know. But he's doing, considering he wasn't in the fold at Newcastle.
But everybody in the league would kill for Dwight Gale. Absolutely kill for him. We're on a different playing field to everybody else in the league.
Guys are saying Mr. Fun's a little bit bright on the screen. Could you turn him down a bit?
That's my tan.
It's not your tan, it's your jet lag. It's jet lag. Shining through, mate. Dear me. Pete Tenderson's really getting on my nerves, all these fans saying that Stockdale should be back in the squad. Very little faith in the manager. Stockdale's not going to be back in the squad. So
Stockdale is not going to be back in the squad. Unless there's 2 injuries to Truman and Camp. There's Stockdale's not getting back in the squad.
Yeah.
And every time somebody tweets him saying, "Oh, wish you were back in goal," the memories of last season have just gone completely.
Yeah. And as quite a few people have mentioned, yes, Fabrini has been released to one of the top clubs in Romania, actually, hasn't he? So.
I mean, I think he went to Italy last year. But for somebody who's played Premier League football, I think there's a question why somebody who's clearly got a lot of ability is now playing in the Romanian league.
Yeah,
there must be something, within his psyche or his attitude or whatever. Because, when he was on loan at us, when he was at Watford, he's shown ability that's good enough to play in the Championship.
Absolutely. Kev Kelly's asking you a direct question. Chris Pugh, do you think that GM's approach to Stockdale and Cusack has damaged their stock and will never be rid?
No, it shouldn't. I don't see why it would. One manager's opinion of a player shouldn't damage a goalkeeper's stock. At the end of the day, the thing that's damaging their stock is their wages.
Right.
That's why they haven't moved on, because nobody's prepared to pay the wages that they're on. There's so many young keepers out there. You look at the Premier League clubs who have all got 3 or 4 keepers on their books now. Nobody's who's going to pay. Especially if you looked at their performances last season, are you paying Stockdale's 40-50 grand a week wages?
And a very interesting point here from, let me have a look at this, Roy Howard. He says we've not won since Ndoye left.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's a good point.
It's a fantastic point.
And it's true.
Get him back, quick.
Fund. Get him back.
Cancel the loan.
Don't forget, lovelies, all you got to do is share this on your personal Facebook page. So please don't share it to groups, because the algorithms think it's scam and they get deleted, blah, blah,
I've just seen Ian Lomas say Stockdale tweeted he's on nowhere near 30k. Well, Stockdale also tweeted that there's no bonus fee for an amount of appearances.
Well, that's what Steve Smith's
every single person within the club and who seem to know things say that he is on a bonus for appearances.
As Steve Smith says, is it true that Stockdale's not being picked due to certain bonuses being activated if he plays any more games?
Stockdale says no, but so many other people say yes. And let's not forget, Stockdale chose us over being in the Premier League with Brighton. Now, he's not choosing us over being in the Premier League with Brighton on 5 to 10k a week.
Not signed by Harry.
Not signed by Harry Redknapp. Sorry, but that's just...
Luke Griffiths, what does Chris Pugh think about cancelling Ndoye's loan with Angers so we can get the most gifted footballer this club has ever seen back in the engine room?
The engine room. It's a good question. Maybe we'll answer it later.
You like my point? Don't look back in anger.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Bick says, welcome back, Chris. Nice to see you on Saturday, Bick. Glad your footballing went okay on Sunday. I bet he was as proud as Punch pulling that Birmingham City trolley with all your kit in. I bet he was like, hey, look at me. Look at them all looking at me. Hey. And hopefully everything went great for you on Sunday then. Give regards to your dad, who's out in India at the moment, enjoying himself out there. So, it's all good. All good. And good luck with the injury. He picked up a little injury. Well, he was... a bit of a knee injury.
Okay.
So it's slowed him down on the training a little bit now, ready for the big run in November, which obviously we'll be supporting. But this month we're supporting Accessi Blues. Accessi Blues is the Birmingham City group that looks after all our disabled supporters, and a wonderful bunch they are. Some lovely people in there,
Stephen,
and some lovely helpers too, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more with them throughout the course of the month. So give whatever support you can to Accessi Blues, and every time you see...
Are they coming in this month?
Hopefully, yes. We're going to get...
hopefully, yeah. I'm hoping to go out and interview Jeremy
okay.
Brenda.
Yeah.
And feature them in a little special.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
We all dream of a team of Jeremys. That was one hell of a moment. That was beautiful. Beautiful. But you know what? That shows what a football club we are. We don't fight amongst ourselves, But what we do, when we've got disabled
iconic supporters,
they're just part of the Big Blues family, aren't they? Just part of the Big Blues family. We are iconic. We are an iconic group of people. I've got
We've been called a few things.
Yeah, iconic one of them,
I've got goosebumps.
A few others.
Ray says fast pay was struggling on Saturday, but cash pay was fine. I didn't use.
I was listening to the show you did with Sam.
Yeah.
When this one was introduced, and I couldn't help. It's not. Sometimes I intentionally like to disagree with Sam just to cause a bit of an argument, but I couldn't disagree with him. Why have you not? Why have they not just introduced a contactless machine?
Yeah. I know, yeah.
It's absolutely baffling. When I was working there, they always said they couldn't introduce card machines because it was too expensive. But they've introduced something now, which is causing even more trouble.
My brother was there at
Do you have a non-alcoholic drink, Mrs. Brown?
He got in the game at 2 o'clock.
Mrs. Brown, do you have a non-alcoholic drink?
I don't, I'm sorry.
None
None at all.
A glass of water?
No.
Yeah, okay.
So
Screw
anyway,
you.
so he was told to print his ticket out at home. So he printed five tickets out. Went to the gate. No, sorry, you got to go to the shop to get your tickets now.
So why did they give him the option of printing the tickets at home?
No idea. Printed 5 tickets out, and got to the turnstile, and they says, "No, you got to go to the shop now." To get your tickets.
But they allow you
Yeah.
to print your tickets.
Oh,
I printed my ticket Saturday, right? My son Scott organised my ticket, yeah? So I was a bit busy on Friday, and it was a debate whether Adam could come with us, couldn't come with us, so I said to Scott, I said, all right, can you organise a ticket, send me the email and I'll print them.
Yeah.
He sent me the email, I printed them, we got straight in.
Wouldn't let him in with the printed tickets.
What an absolute joke.
What's so difficult?
It's a job's worth. That's a job's worth, that, isn't it?
Barcode on your phone.
That's a
Martin
job's worth.
Martin Swinscoe says apparently Fabrini tripped up the steps as he was boarding the plane. Never mind, ta-ra.
Go and get your drink.
Yeah, thank you ever so much, matey. I don't want to put you to any trouble or anything. It's not like
it's
it's not like you've supplied wasabi peas to dry me out or anything, is it? You know what I mean?
it.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And
Alan Minute says the difference is they are paying us to use the system. Well, if that's the case,
they're paying.
Well, I assume he means Fast Pay are paying us, so we get something back, do we?
Right, I don't know.
But I mean, that's. But it's.
But I
it's
saw
so desperate,
so many people on social media saying I've cashed out.
How many years have people said, "Oh, look, we'd love card machines"? You know, especially with contactless now. How easy would it be to use a contactless machine?
Oh, thank you so much, Mrs. Brown.
Maybe the EFL have put restrictions on us. Maybe along with the transfer embargo, we were also under a contactless card machine embargo, where we weren't allowed to introduce a contactless machine for another year.
Go back to America. Does anyone think Gary Garner is outperforming Dutch Mike lately from Adam Wilkes? I think they're both playing very well, to be fair.
Gardner's had some. I think was his debut the Swansea game?
It was a Swansea game, wasn't it?
Was that his first game? Yeah. And he got rave reviews. I think his age. He's 26, 27 now. Yeah. And I know it got a lot of. It was a high profile signing, wasn't it, with the Villa link and everything. But listen, you don't have to fall in love with every player that plays for Blues. You know, I had absolutely no joy watching Ndoye at all. But if he belted one in from 30 yards against the Villa, you'll do for me. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't think even Gary Gardner's expecting people to go out and get his name on the back of their shirts. You know, but if he comes in and he does a better job than Ndoye or anybody else that is in that midfield, then fantastic. And anything that benefits the team has to be good.
Wayne Merricks has put out a request. He said, could you ask if anybody has any pictures or videos of the kids doing the Guard of Honour taken from the paddock or GML to forward them on to me, please? Not to me, to him, to Wayne Merricks. Wayne Merricks. Anybody out there got any photos
from the QPR game
of the kids doing the Guard of Honour taken from the paddock or the GM? Please forward those to Wayne Merricks.
Is that the QPR, the one recently?
Yeah.
I saw this going around.
I'm sure he'd really appreciate that. Right. Paul Gill going back onto fast pay. My mate's friend went to the bar before half time, still hadn't got served by the second half started. Well, we went to bar 8.
Sorry, let me is there 2 separate lanes now?
No.
So everybody queues up together, even whether you're using fast pay or cash.
As far as I'm aware.
Clever, isn't it?
Baffling. Absolutely baffling.
We went to Bar 8 before the game, me and Scotty. Met Christina and Ray there again. Lovely to meet you guys. And Scott went to get a beer. And by the time we got... There was a fan zone outside where they were pouring just Heineken, right?
Yeah.
You can get one from there.
Yeah.
Quick, like.
Yeah.
And I was looking all over. Couldn't see him. And apparently he'd then gone back into Bar 8 because the beer connectors or something had broken on the outside, and then he had to go in through the queue. And he was half an hour to get a pint. Just, you know.
Why have we complicated such a simple...
As pouring a beer. I do it every day of the week.
How many did Scott have? How many did you get to? 3 pints? 2 pints in half an hour?
Half an hour.
So sort it out, and you'll be getting 6 pints through in half an hour.
Yeah, doubling your money.
Not that I could have drank
Trebling
6
your
hours.
money, Chris.
Don't get me wrong, I was driving, so I couldn't have done that.
No, but the point
concept
remains.
is
Chris is right. You're taking, and if you're going to introduce this system, which, I think it was Alan said, is we're getting commission or we're getting some money for the fact that we're using FastPay. Encourage the use of FastPay. Have a lane where if you're using FastPay, you get in quicker rather than the cash people. So people might be interested in using it then.
Mike Prince, way before this conversation started, please don't talk about FastPay. Sorry, Mike. Wayne says my 2 young ones were a part of it, but I was too far away. Cheers. So I'm sure he'd really appreciate anybody who's got any photographs. Even contact the club if I were you, Wayne, to be honest with you, because I'm sure that the photographs would have been taken there as well.
Roy on Twitter might have had one.
What's his surname, do you know?
I wouldn't like to guess the pronunciation of it.
Somebody will tell us.
Maybe.
So going back to tickets, Ian says Amir said on Friday to get tickets printed as ticket office would be busy on Saturday. Well, that's what I saw, and that's when I texted Scott and said to him, "Look, get those emails over to me."
And then Dennis gets denied for printing at home. Oh, what a club! Yeah. What can you do?
We're losing money, don't we?
Yeah.
As just been stated, we're going to be losing more money than gaining, and loss of custom.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're not a regular and you get your tickets online and you print them off and you get denied for using them online, and say you ain't going to bother again, are you?
No.
You ain't going to go through that hassle, and then you finally get inside and it takes half an hour to get your kid a Coke. It's just not inducive of good customer relations, is it? At the end of the day, we'll go whether it takes us 45 minutes to get a beer or not. But
to summed it up, Aluminium. Yes, it is the FastPay I'm talking about. It's an American firm. Well, there you go.
What a firm!
Are we surprised?
What a firm!
Are we surprised it will? Jason Raisey wants to know Tilton Talk Show next week, Mrs. Brown. Of course. But of course, it's only when he's piking away with his caravan that we have to sort of I
think we've got till about the end of September.
If you're near a bank holiday, then prepare for the worst.
Yeah. Brilliant. Are we under a lightning embargo, says Luke Griffiths? I don't know why lightning, but there you go. Lighting. What, in here?
I've gone a bit dark.
Oh, it's all right now.
No, I'd rather be dark than...
No, you're okay. Looks okay.
Yeah.
You're looking good now. Don't smile, please.
Oh, no,
don't do that.
None of that nonsense.
No. Losing lots of sales. Some supporters are refusing to queue. What is it about? I mean, when your own supporters are saying, "Well, I'm not even going to bother getting a drink because it's going to take too long." So let's introduce a system called FastPay and slow it down even further. When we could have gone bleep.
Yeah, that's it.
But
it's that I don't blame the case, and the one thing the one thing that always happens is it will be the catering staff that gets helpers.
Listen to me, them 2 girls that were serving on that Heineken store, mate. They was talkative. They were nice. They were really, nothing was too much trouble for them. Having a laugh, this, that, and the other.
Fantastic.
It wasn't their fault that the system went down. No, but they were 2 very nice people.
But then someone waits half hour for a beer, and the person serving will get pelters.
Right, lovelies, that is what you're bidding on. That is a portrait of, not a portrait, but it's a print of St Andrews with all the...
Limited.
Is it a painting?
It's
a painting.
Yeah, painting.
It's a limited edition print.
Yeah.
Yes, with
It's
all
very
the
nice.
current players. That
View from the
is
Cop Tilton corner.
unique. It is a one-off. There isn't another one like it in the world.
There's even people in the Gilmerick.
I think I could see myself
Upper.
on there as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
it must have been taken at the Fulham game.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I counted 21 signatures. That's with Paul Devlin's as well. So
Current squad.
Current squad. Yeah, Jeremy Bogue, I can see there.
I can't see Fabrini. So.
No, he's tripped up the steps.
Yeah.
All you can see is a blank piece
There you
of
go.
play.
So,
Sorry, I was looking at.
So we're going to auction that off, and
There
and
you
all
go.
the proceeds.
How nice is that?
Yeah.
All the proceeds are going
It's
to Paul
fantastic.
Devlin's lass Annie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
To her fund for.
Yeah.
I was ashamed I missed the one with Devlin.
Yeah.
Ah, he's great. He's great. It's
That's
nice
right.
to see him again, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You'll have to tell me his DeGarry story after.
which one, the clean one or the rude one?
No, well, obviously I heard the clean one. I didn't hear the rude one.
Oh, it's have to kill you.
Ray wants to know, did Undoy sign it? No,
I don't know, I can't say.
no, he didn't. No,
He
Not as far as
probably
I'm aware.
missed the page.
If he did,
He went to sign it on the page and just went all over
it's
it.
definitely gone up in value if he did. Oh dear. Kev French says you've got all them lights above your heads and you're in the dark. No, we're not in the dark. We're casting shadows.
yes.
Oh,
We-
for God's sake.
Are we
Casting
actually? Oh, I am a
shadows.
bit. I am in the dark a little bit.
I can't.
I think I am in the dark.
Oh, it's only when you move forward. Look. Ah, there you
Shall I
go.
lean back?
Ah,
I've moved you, that's fine.
when you tilt back.
Well, now I'm flashing.
Ian Lomas asked me if Kenny Burns has been in touch yet. No is the
I'll
simple
do.
answer to that
It'll
one.
do for me.
No is a simple answer to that one. I did see him on the telly the other day though. But Paul Gill wants to know if Stockdale's and Cusack is sitting in the stands in that picture.
Do they even come to the games anymore?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Right, interesting week on the ladies' football. Great win for the Lionesses. It's 3-0 against Wales.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and last weekend was Blues' victory over Villa in the Continental Cup derby, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Which was nice and sweet. But that was a good win for England actually because Wales have proved to be stiff opposition.
So, Paul Gill, get Mr. Funamira to put under his chins.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's 6 weeks in America.
He's been on
for you,
the
like.
burgers for 6 weeks. What do you expect?
No, it's justified completely.
If only you knew some of the things people have been saying about you while you've been away.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been so funny. Honestly.
Oh, I am glad.
You need to listen through the last 3 or 4 shows.
I listened to the Devlin one, and then the one with Sam. Where I don't think I listened to the last one, but
Most people were
Yeah.
very kind about you, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well,
I'd certainly hope so.
Maybe one or two.
Certainly hope so.
Two
Dear. Got to welcome Richard on the screen there. Richard was our competition winner over the weekend for the 3-word review, and his 3-word review was...
Remember?
Oh, God.
It was painful long balls, wasn't
yes.
it?
Painful long balls, correct. So well done, Richard. So Richard's earned his pride of place on the TV screen.
Welcome, Richard.
The TV screens had more discussion that you
more,
and I
more
put
than
together.
me, yeah.
You and I
I
put
know.
together, mate.
It's been a welcome addition.
Oh, dear.
Why do you do this from my phone?
Steve Smith wants to know if you've been recording Man vs. Food.
I was
bit harsh,
participating
wasn't it?
in Man
That's a
vs.
bit
Food.
harsh.
I love that show. I always think, wouldn't it be great to visit all those places?
Yeah.
You nearly got me
There was. We went to a couple of really cool, like proper old style American diners.
And there he is,
yeah.
Richard Haylor says, hello lads, well done you mate. Nice one. So
welcome,
there you go, you got your
Richard,
pride of place on there, take a screenshot of that and you've appeared on the Tilton Talk Show. Can't be bad. Pete Taylor says, man clearly won.
He did. He did. Man did win. Far too often.
Portions are fantastic, though, aren't they?
It's, yeah.
What was the biggest
Yeah.
thing what was the biggest thing you ate there apart from a buffalo?
The breakfasts are ridiculous.
Horrible.
Breakfasts are
Horrible.
crazy.
Horrible. Maple syrup on your bacon. What's all that about?
Oh, what? No, but it's the pancakes that
pancakes for
are
breakfast.
thrown on. Anyway, enough of this nonsense.
Yes, absolutely. Blues Windrape's gone on that long. Bob Geldof and Bono are throwing a charity concert for it from Paul Gill. And Kev Kelly wants to know, do you think Ronan Hale could make an impact when he returns in November?
Oh, is that when he's supposed to return? He's in Ireland, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Listen, Monk's already shown with the likes of Harding and Charlie Lakin as well. He brought him, played him, didn't he, as well? So he's shown that he's not afraid to play youngsters, and if he doesn't think the strikers are scoring enough goals or pulling their weight about enough, then there's certainly no reason why he wouldn't give Hale a chance. If Hale comes back and starts scoring for the under-23s as he was doing before, exactly.
That's all he's got to do.
And then he's got to make himself almost impossible not to pick.
And our Richard is actually from Miami. It's a shame he didn't come over to Miami, Chris. It would have been nice to have met up, actually.
Yeah.
And Richard,
we'll have to do that corner next year.
Could you confirm that people in Florida do actually put maple syrup on their bacon on the breakfast? Maple syrup.
I saw it.
I saw it. My kids were loving it.
Yeah.
My kids were loving it. I'm saying, no, get some brown sauce on your bacon sandwich, lad. Goodness gracious me, you don't want that stuff on it. Hale scored 7 in 25 so far, albeit in different...
Yeah.
But he still scored, he's still netting.
Exactly, and, Echo. Yeah, and again, he's got to come back and keep that scoring rate up, and make it, like I said, make it very difficult for Monk not to notice him. And if he comes back and starts scoring in the under-23s, then the fans will start mentioning him again, and his name will be bandied about around the stands. And the same as Harding. Like I said, Monk trusted Harding at the back end of last season. He's had a bit of a tougher time getting into the side this season. But
Brett Stanley wants to know if Hale has the pace.
It's too early for this nonsense.
This is getting far too.
Dennis says, joking aside, Mr. Fun, you look like you've enjoyed yourself. Sponsor him to lose some timber for the Children's Hospital before the end of the season.
Well, that is the intent. So,
but the thing is, when you go to America, you've got to go out there and
you ain't gonna. I'm not going. And I'm not being funny. The places where we at, and the supermarkets and the shops and everything, you ain't getting much fruit and vegetables.
No.
Unless you find a proper supermarket, which there aren't many where we were, then you are struggling.
You look skinny all the time.
I'm not sure. I think that's a myth.
Do you reckon?
I think that's a bit of a myth.
What's that?
I thought that the myth that Americans are massively obese.
Okay.
But I mean, we went to we went to Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, Vegas, Washington, Boston, and New York. Now they're 10 major cities. I don't think I didn't see that.
Really?
I didn't see that part of American people. Whether it's the Deep South and areas like that it all happens.
When I was in Mississippi, that was Memphis. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Memphis, that was a different ball game.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's where the stereotype comes from. But no, in the cities we were in, that wasn't the case.
Miami, we were. And,
Orlando,
So Richard says he's coming over to Brum shortly anyway. So find that. Well,
are you coming to a game, Richard?
Let's have a look. I'm coming over to Brum in a couple of weeks. I can't wait for some decent, thick cut back bacon. Good man. Richard Haylor,
come on the show.
If you are here on a Monday night, come on the show.
Come on the show.
Come on the show. Do not bring maple syrup. Do not bring wasabi peas.
No.
Do not.
Bring some Reese's and Hershey's though. You're more than welcome to bring that.
Do you like the chocolate then?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Anyway, dizzy penalties we've got you down for.
Dizzy penalties.
Yeah, whilst you were away and all that,
What is this?
Right.
Is this? Okay. Hold on. Is this going to be where you have to run around in circles and then take a penalty?
Yeah,
You're not gonna
well, you get.
I can't score a penalty.
You get turned
without
round.
doing
You get turned
circles.
round in circles, but we decided that we'd do it to raise some money.
Okay.
And we couldn't think of a better person to do it in your absence than you. To be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I suppose it's better than a bungee jump, so...
So, are you okay if we get that off the ground and get that organised?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dizzy penalty it is. Chris,
If it raises money for charity,
didn't
yeah.
agree that easily, did you?
No.
There we go. Look at that.
He's still jet lagged, isn't he? So,
Jet lagged.
yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I'm alright at the moment.
Yeah. He'll catch up.
Not
It's usually
too
a couple
bad.
of
Yeah,
days afterwards,
well,
isn't it?
yeah. We'll see.
So, international break, no football this week.
Yes!
It's going to be. I mean, you've just come back, right? You didn't see the game.
We've
on
just
Saturday.
got to a World Cup semi-final. How are people not excited about an international break? England are back. Our heroes.
I'm so excited
Playing
about
at
that.
Leicester.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
That's great.
It'll be a better atmosphere than it is at Wembley.
It's a friendly, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
All right, that's all.
This Nations Cup thing. Did I see something that was going to be
That's
a
rugby,
nation,
isn't
a
it?
Nations
Six nations.
Cup?
No,
Nations League?
is that
the same thing? Or?
is this the one we're playing?
I'm sure it is. Please, somebody put me out.
No, not at Leicester.
Oh,
Surely
no.
that one would be at Wembley because I think we're playing Spain and Croatia in that. So.
Oh, right, okay.
Anyway, back to the football. Kev French says the rate we're scoring goals, we could end up with 32. Is that enough to stop up
32 what?
goals?
No,
Goals? No.
At the rate we're scoring at the moment?
no, that wouldn't be
It's certainly a
it.
scrap, isn't it?
Well, no, we'd be
That's
gone.
relegation, isn't it, surely.
We'd be gone.
Not if you win the next 32 games, 1-0.
Oh, that's
Ah, no, that's thrown a spanner in the works.
Oh, it is the Nations Cup, Andy Smith said.
Told you.
Took me 6 weeks to think
Third
of that.
division.
6 weeks to
division,
think of
it's
that.
Third division European.
So who's in the Nations Cup then?
So you're drawn into a group, basically.
really-
Everybody's drawn into a group of 3,
Right.
and we've got Croatia and Spain.
But haven't we just had the World Cup?
Yeah,
What's the rest of it then?
But it's
So Sainsbury's owns also.
what it what it is. It's a more let's defend this. The Nations Cup, Spain at Wembley on Saturday, and then Croatia at Leicester. Anyway, the Nations Cup is designed to incentivise more
Isn't it for
more meaningful friendlies.
Yeah, Nations.
There's something in the friendlies.
Right.
So friendlies aren't just play someone who's had a decent couple of months to give them a cap and then never play them again.
Richard says he'd love to. Okay, lads, you've got it.
Fantastic.
Do you have an American accent, Richard? Could I ask?
Well, if he's an American,
Well, I don't know.
Well, if he's in
He might
Miami,
be-
it
might be
depends how
probably
long
living
he's
out
been there.
Might have only been living there like 6 weeks or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. I'm just asking if you've got an American accent. I'm
Oh,
just
what a
interested to
great
know.
one! What a great American accent.
I've been down to the Everglades. Not been quite down as far as Miami, but
Okay.
yeah, very nice down there anyway. Okay, so Richard, that is it. The chair is yours. You are very, very welcome on the Tilton Talk Show.
Daniel O'Sullivan might have hit it on
And
the head.
Kelly says dizzy penalties has been abandoned by the club. Well, I did notice that.
Oh, yes, that's
Is this the thing that they did at half time?
yeah.
Somebody I know knew a family member of one of the guys who did the dizzy penalties.
Yeah.
And then so he took his penalty, and because he fell over, and they said he broke his hand,
That's correct. I've heard the same thing.
Right. I
which
hadn't
is
heard that.
probably why they've abandoned it because it's a health risk.
Right, yeah. Health and safety.
I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's
Could
my
anybody clarify
understanding
that
on the
story for us, please?
situation.
There you go. Did somebody break their hand on dizzy penalties at half time?
Yeah.
Which is why for the last 2 or 3 weeks now
We haven't had it.
It's
I
not,
think
it's
you're
not
right. I
happened.
think I've heard something similar to that.
Ray once has asked me who Panama are playing. Thanks, mate.
Mighty Panama.
Thanks, mate. I'll probably pull them out the out again, knowing me, mate. Anyway, so right, okay. So it's not a friendly; it's a Nations Cup. Anyone see that poor bloke's car? Yeah, what happened there? Right, okay. I've seen it on Facebook. A chap parked his car up. I think it was Garrison Lane. Yeah,
Right.
and when he got back to it, it was like destroyed, smashed to pieces.
Totally destroyed.
Really?
Total, yeah. So if anybody did see...
As in a car hit it, or...
we don't really know.
Look like a bulldozer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mind you, they have all the big trucks, the lorries go round the back of Garrison Lane, don't they?
It looks like one
Into
of them.
that Sadler's. Is it Sadler's that's at the back of there?
I don't know exactly where it is, I must admit.
And
but
nobody saw it.
Yeah.
Or heard it. I suppose it was a football match.
Yeah, must have been an awful shock to get back to that. The bonnet had gone, the bumper... bonnet and bumper robbed. Oh, right.
Well, apparently it was dismantled, not destroyed.
Ah. It's even more alarming.
It looked to me like a truck had hit it and just destroyed it. But if someone's
had a go at that.
I mean, like, okay, I'm just going to go to the football. What you don't expect to come back is when you
half your car gone.
It's your bonnet and your bumper to have been stolen. Really?
They took the whole front off.
Front end had been stripped. Yeah.
That's crazy.
God.
Unbelievable.
Anybody find any information out, either pass it on to the guy concerned or certainly to the police, because that's not on. That's one of our supporters there.
Oh, it's okay. It was a Peugeot.
Yeah. But I mean, like, how'd you go home and tell your missus, well, we've been robbed, love.
Yeah.
Oh, what's been stolen?
Everything.
The bonnet and the bumper.
Kevin Kelly says it's a new trend in crime to dismantle it all for parts.
Here's a story. I had a brand new Astra van going back a long, long time ago. I remember getting up one morning, going out. I lived just down the road then. Opened the car, thought, left the door open. This is a brand spanking 3-week-old Astra van. Got in, sat in the car. I thought, something missing here. Steering wheel.
Gone.
What do you mean? I think there's something missing here. It's like quite fundamental. It's in front of you.
It was 5:00 in the morning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Something's just not right. No, it's not. There you go.
Wow.
Good story.
Lock your doors, kids.
Paul Gill, UEFA Nations League is the equivalent of fast pay. Pointless, useless, and no one will be bothered after a few games.
Yeah, you say that until we're in the final.
Yeah.
Then you'll all come crowing back.
Yeah.
And Paul also wants to know if we can afford a third chair. We've actually got a third chair in the studio. It's there, sitting, waiting for special guests.
The TV's on it.
Special guests.
Yeah, special guests.
Hey, we've had some jokes about that TV, mate, believe me. Yeah, dizzy penalties as no high-vis one. That's from Ray. I don't know. Bring back the shed. Craig Coates, well done. Go on.
I did hear the windows were smashed and 2 Villa season tickets have been thrown in. Ooh.
We're on a dizzy penalties embargo.
Yeah. The AFL have banned us from dizzy penalties.
Did Richard win a prize, by the way?
He's on the telly.
I know he's on the telly. Did he win a prize?
Pride of
I
place.
can get a hat over to him if he.
Well, when he comes, I'm sure he can give him something to take back Miami with him.
Oh,
yeah. Nice one.
Right.
Right, Richard says, no, he doesn't have an American accent. Been there 17 years, but still got my Birmingham accent. I had to pay to be taught an American accent for work. Really? I had to pay to be taught an American accent for work? Really?
No.
Really?
Never.
No.
He'll have to confirm that when he's in.
Can they really tell the difference between American and Brummie? You know what I mean?
The amount of times we got asked if we were Australian.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Australian, or are you from London?
Yeah.
Like they didn't realise that England's a country. They just think that London's the country. But yeah, the amount of times it was you guys Australian.
Yeah, Garrison Street by the main stand, Ian Lomas is saying that's terrible. That's crazy, man.
That's not good.
Just can't understand it.
I'll be taking the train from now on then.
Yeah. Any news from the Blues Ladies Cup? Sorry, Blues Women. My apologies. That was almost like just saying St Andrews instead of St Andrews
Chilean Trophy
Stadium, right?
And the Chilean Trophy Tilton Talk Show. Obviously we.
Sorry about the car, and Doy wanted some souvenirs. Sorry for interrupting, mate. Oh, Chris McKenzie, you bad puppy.
Oh yeah, he always watches. So Blues beat Villa in the Continental Cup last week. It's international duty this week, so England beat Wales on 3-0 on Friday night, as we mentioned. qualified for next year's World Cup. On tomorrow at 4:00, we play Kazakhstan away. England do. Kazakhstan away. It's on the BBC Red Button.
Great, hallelujah.
Yeah. A Blues women player, Lucy Staniforth, who we signed in the summer, she'll be making her debut.
Great.
Her first ever England game.
So blues women, not ladies.
Yeah,
please.
correct,
Blues women are on Red Button.
No, England.
Ah, right, I thought you meant blues. Oh.
No. England women are on the Red Button tomorrow.
I'm excited then for a minute.
But Staniforth will be starting. Phil Neville's already confirmed that, so that'll be a big moment for her. And then we start our league season on Sunday at home to Everton. I assume it's 2:00 kickoff at Solihull Moors. So if anybody's missing their slice of blues this weekend, then get down to Solihull Moors on Sunday and support Blues women in their first game of the season.
Oh, I've just been informed Richard is an actor.
Richard. He's in the wrong corner. He's in the wrong corner, isn't he? What's he not doing in? He should be down in LA.
Yeah.
Oh no, brown cow.
You blink, cow.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, he should be up in Hollywood.
Yeah. He does look like an actor, doesn't he?
You know, he's got. I thought doctor for starts when I first saw the photograph there.
Yeah, it looks a bit.
If anybody else can come up with any better suggestions, please do. What do you think Richard does there? He is on TV. What do you think he does? We now know he's an actor, but what else could he do with a face
What's
like
he been
that?
in?
Well, yeah.
Go on. What character? What character does Richard would you're the casting agent, so you've got Richard's picture on the TV there. What are you casting Richard
If it
as?
was me, I'd say he was a doctor.
Okay.
He's a doctor.
Right, not a high school teacher. The high school teacher who everybody hates because he's nasty, but then the one kid really appreciates him, and he'll turn out to save his life, and the kid will go to be president,
so
and he'll thank the teacher or something. We got a profile, Richard. Yeah. Come on, we're the casting agents.
Star Trek, somebody says.
Oh, okay.
Could
Picard.
Yeah, pardon. It's just the way I'm sitting.
Oh dear, competition time, I think, is it, mister?
Yes, I'll get them.
Okay, as you're very welcome back, you can draw the ticket out this week.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
You've not done it now for a few weeks.
No.
I bet you've missed it.
Yeah.
Sitting there out there and somewhere, in the deep depths of the United States of America, thinking I should be in England now, drawing a ticket out of a cup.
Never mind.
There you go, confirmation from Richard. I do play doctors and teachers.
Oh, there you go.
Alrighty. Okay, let's
see. I've got it. We've got an eye. We need to head out to LA, Chris.
Do you think it's just because you've just come back and it's a little bit fresh?
Yeah,
in
it
your
must
mind?
be. Yeah.
You'll lose it by next week.
I've had my tour of Paramount Studios, and now I'm ready to direct. Yeah.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Tilton Talk Trillion Trophies Trophy. How many shares were there last week, Chris?
There's a few in here.
100 exactly. Thanks ever so much for doing that, and don't forget to share it this week.
In here, and I'm picking this one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Barry Williams.
Barry Williams.
Barry Williams.
Barry Williams.
Can we so go profiling as well?
Barry Williams.
Barry Williams.
Congratulations.
Excellent. So a goodie bag will be on its way to you. Chris will contact you, as we've not seen your name pop up on tonight's show yet, that I can remember. So Chris will get in touch with you and get those goodies off to you. Was Fabrini's sold? I think was terminated.
Yeah, I think it was
mutual consent.
I've got a club interested. Could you please get rid of me? Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So
it's another snip off the wage bill.
Yeah,
and the accounts are due out soon, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I know.
Oh dear.
It's not going to look good, but
no, it's not going to look good, is it?
No. But listen, the punishment's been put on us, isn't it? So
not yet. We've not been punished
we've
yet.
embargoed.
Yeah,
we were embargoed.
We may be embargoed, but we've not been punished for it yet. That's coming.
Well, that's
more.
It's going to be a fine. They can't do anything else to us.
They could dock us points, and
they're
I'm
not
sure
going to dock us points.
It wouldn't surprise me.
They will not You have my
This is Birmingham
assurance
City.
on the
It
Tilton
wouldn't
Talk
surprise
Show. What are we now, the 3rd of
3rd
September?
of September.
We will not be docked points.
Monday, the 3rd of
We
September.
will not be docked
Around about
points.
8:30, we will not be docked points.
No.
Does anybody out there think we could be docked points? I suppose a lot of it depends on how the accounts are and how much we've stepped over that FFP line. And that's, again, information that we don't know as plebs, if you know what I mean.
No, that's true. But, I mean...
Ian Lomas,
I
Nick is
don't
right,
see-
the worst is yet to come. And poor girl's saying we'll know in October.
I don't know. I don't think it'll be that extreme. I certainly don't think we'll be looking at docking us points.
Okay, all right.
Otherwise, there's got to be serious questions
Russell
over...
Smith, we have none to dock.
That's true, yeah. You'll take away our 2 goals that we scored against.
I'm joking.
Can I give you a bit more on the fan zone on the?
Yes, please.
Okay, so on 19th of September, Excessive Blues,
Who we are supporting this month, championing this month, yeah.
Excessive Blues and Tilton Talk will be hosting a blues fanzine in the Walkabout Broad Street and showing the match on the big screen for those unable to attend the Sheffield United away game. We'll announce more shortly, but for now, listed below are the drinks offers available on the night. We are hoping to announce a charity partner for the event, so listen out for more on tonight's Talk Show, which is now. But there is a lot of discounts on drinks.
What are that?
Foster, you can see them there, can you?
Yeah.
Foster's Strongbow, Corona bottles, Smirnoff Red Mixer, Gordon's.
But what are the offers?
I believe, right, just remember that the pints are £2 up until 9 p.m. But there are lots of, and I think there's
all of those drinks are £2 before 9 p.m.
No, I don't know. Adrian will have to tell me, but and I think there's going to be a burger and a pint deal as well for a £5 or something like that. So.
Well, once Adrian's got the details, he'll pass them on to him. I'm sure you'll load them onto the TTS.
He might come up with them there, but
or TTTTS page. Tilton Talk Trillion Trophies.
A lot of teas.
Yeah. Could we get sponsorship from Trillion Trophies, do you think?
No. We're not lucrative enough.
Okay, let's have a look at some of these then. I think we've complied since the FL came out with the news. I reckon another warning from Ray.
Yeah. The only worry is the Pedersen signing, because I think the EFL made it pretty clear that they weren't particularly impressed that we signed Pedersen when we knew we were going to be in trouble anyway.
Yeah, Ian Lomas, Mr. Funner, disagree. EFL will go for us for signing Pedersen. We sold no cash sign-ins.
Yeah.
Let's read some more of these.
I don't. But even so, I cannot see a points deduction.
Okay, good point here from
Back to
Linda.
something
Magna.
more important: alcohol. Yes,
Alcohol.
Yes, all
Everything
those
stops.
drinks. All those drinks mentioned. All those drinks mentioned. Well, are £2.
£2 for all of them.
Is that a bar?
For all of them.
All of them. Yes.
Half price.
I'm definitely coming. I'm definitely in, mate. Alan Minnick, Queen's Park Rangers got done for cooking the books and only fined. Linda Magna. Maybe that's why we aren't winning. Less points to dock. If is it a plan?
Yeah. We'll pick up all our points after the accounts come out.
And there was another one here I really wanted to read. Peter Jones, they sacked all English-speaking staff in advance of the meeting with the EFL. Stephen Gill, no, I don't think we'll get a point deduction. Dennis wants to know if Mrs. Browne is suddenly Australian.
Cobber?
Yeah.
Craig Coates, if they start docking points, the supporters could take legal action against the EFL. I don't see how the supporters could take legal action, do you? When they're within their own rule book.
But are they? What is their rule book? What does their rule book say? Where in their rule book does it say we can dock points from clubs if they are this much over FFP?
I don't know.
Because I highly doubt that it says anywhere in their rule book at what point they start docking points from people.
And for me, the comment of the night, Warren was a Sterling. How can FFP protect a club financially when all they seem to do is fine the club stupid amounts of money for overspending?
Well, but I see. I sort of see the sense in that because they're punishing the owners, because the owners have got to pay the fine, obviously. But at the end of the day, like the FFP, the whole FFP situation becomes a joke when you've got teams laughing in the face of it. I mean, look at what we thought Villa would have to do this summer. Look at how many players they thought. There was talk that they'd have to sell the training ground, they'd have to sell Grealish, they'd have to sell 6 or 7 first team players, save this much a month on wages. They couldn't afford to pay the wage bill, and they've come out of the transfer window keeping Grealish, and they've signed 3 top class players on loan on the deadline day. See what teams are laughing in the face.
Fans are still fighting with each other.
Yeah, but teams are laughing in the face of FFP. So the teams aren't afraid of FFP. We're one of the unfortunate ones who have been called up on it, but.
Kev Kelly, October is an important month. The club's ownership officially transfers and EFL return with a book and throwing arm. EFL are punishing us for the refs we're having. Nice one.
Yeah, that's where we're getting. Yeah.
Steve Portman says supporters group meeting Thursday evening. If anybody wants to get any questions into the club, please message them to Accessi Blues tonight, and that's accessiblues@outlook.com.
Here's one for Steve then. Can the club say? Can the club comprehensively say that they understand the FFP rules that the EFL have not? I don't want to know whether we're over it. I don't want to know how far we're out by it. I want to know if the people at the club, understand the EFL's situation on FFP.
Grey Goats FFP is a legal landmine. So many grey areas.
Yeah, and that's where you've got the problem.
And Kev Kelly says the rule book was rewritten 2016-2017, and as such, we are feeling the full wrath.
But where's everybody else's wrath? Where's Derby's wrath? How much have Derby spent over the last few years?
I don't know. I mean, we're not privy to.
Where's Derby's wrath?
Yeah.
We've had one season where we've spent a bit of money. Derby have been spending millions and millions over the last 5 years trying to get up.
Ian Lomas, EFL should be fined for not carrying out fit and proper person tests.
Yeah, that's true.
Owners, yes, great point. That's what I'm. Chris McKenzie says, the PFA should step in. Steve Smith, has Rowett finally been found out as a manager?
Who said the Rowett?
Who?
Word already?
Who?
Come on.
I'm surprised at how badly they've started.
Well.
They've got a seriously good squad.
Yeah.
For the championship.
Can you afford a rice nigger?
No.
I don't know.
Chris has done it for us.
What's that, sorry?
The rice nigger.
Yeah.
A rice nigger. Wayne Merricks, if we get dot points and the club go down, we're talking millions lost in revenue, etc. The EFL wouldn't want relegation for one of its clubs through punishment, surely. But also the EFL want you to abide by the rules.
But do you do that then? So you go down. If we go down this season, how much would we lose in revenue? We're a League One club. We would have to sell everybody, wouldn't we? Every saleable asset gets sold. We do as much asset stripping, cash raising as possible because we'll be in serious trouble. So January comes and we're in the bottom 3. So we say stuff the EFL and their rules. What's the worst that they can do? Fine us $3 million. So stuff them. We'll sign 3 players on loan.
Yeah, but they won't register them though, will they? Because that's where we suffered with Pedersen, wasn't we? Signed him, bought him, paid for him.
And so also then, I can't remember who you said mentioned about the PFA. So let's say John Terry. John Terry is currently without a club, right?
Yeah.
We say,
Chris McKenzie.
John, come and play for us for $5,000 a week. That's in their rules. That was in the restrictions that they gave us. If they refuse, John Terry to sign for us, surely they're stopping a worker's employment.
Right to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that his right to work is being stopped by the EFL. We're offering him a contract, and they're saying you can't do that.
Yeah.
But
This is it.
but that's the thing.
That's a different thing,
You can throw these sorts of questions around left, right, and centre.
We're in a minefield.
Yeah, and that's why it is, and that's why it's so difficult to accept what restrictions have been put upon us. When other teams, I'm not saying Villa. I understand that Villa are only in their second year, so it doesn't apply to them yet.
This year, isn't it?
The end of this year, if they haven't gone up, then they should be hit with the same sort of stuff that we've been hit with.
But 10 times more.
Well, yeah, because they're dirty.
because
Yeah,
they're dirty.
they're horrible. But anyway, but that's the point. But will they? Will they? Because they're the golden boys of, they're European champions in 1980 something, weren't they?
Steve Portman says, but why were we called upon it? Was
That-
it because we
exactly.
had... Listen to this, though. But was it because we had our dirty washing hung out for all to see?
I don't think that our dirty washing was any more dirty than QPR.
No. Who were signing... Oh, as Paul Lipke says, how come QPR are signing high-profile players?
Tom Ahmed on loan. QPR have been in FFP problems, and on deadline day they get a striker who was at Brighton on loan. And I don't know. I don't understand it, but
First we had the
I
bottom,
don't. But that's the problem. I don't even know if the EFL understand it.
Now we have the Pugh ruling on denying John Terry employment.
Yeah,
The Pew ruling on what?
on John Terry employment. It'll go down in history. That will.
The Pugh.
A test
The
case.
Pew ruling.
A
Yeah.
test case.
The court versus Pew.
Won't be tied then if you've just come
Yeah.
off holiday.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
May I bring up case 6473? John Terry. Oh, is that the Pugh ruling?
Yeah, that's correct.
God.
Yeah, Ray says how lucky were Wolves to get away with it by being promoted.
But that's the point. Teams are laughing in the face of it because they'll spend whatever they want on the hope that they get up. So the ruling is silly. I don't see how it doesn't stop teams spending beyond their means, which is what I thought we were supposed to be doing.
And Alan Millett says the reason nobody knows about the other team's FFP problems is because their supporters didn't tell the world and his wife for their own gratification. I couldn't possibly comment.
I'm not sure about that. But it was the club that come out with the FFP, wasn't it? The club made the FFP
It was
statement.
a little bit. We'll leave it there for the moment.
My lord.
Oh golly, I wish we could talk about winning and goals and things. You know what I mean? But we seem
We
to
can
be.
imagine it.
Yeah, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh no, because
Come on,
do you know
let's
what?
do it. Let's
That
do
is
the
worst
the
thing.
last 15
That's
minutes.
The worst thing. Let's pretend we scored a goal and everybody
Yeah.
starts cheering. That is the worst
Oh, no, I hate
chant that
It's
has
great.
ever graced a football
Oh, no, I
pitch.
love it.
It absolutely disgraces me. Let's pretend we've scored a goal.
For the last
How much
15
do
minutes.
players feel in front of you when you're doing that? Let's pretend we
Gallows
scored
humour,
a
isn't
goal.
it? It's gallows. It's the type of gallows humour that
I don't think
that we
Blues
love
fans
being a
have done
Blues
that,
fan.
have
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
Oh yeah, I've been in loads of away ends singing that. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. For the last 15 minutes, we'll do a show in advance of the one in 2 weeks' time. So for the next 15 minutes, we are the for 17th
Right.
of September.
Yeah.
So I want everybody's review, your reaction to the victory over West Brom.
Can I start it
So
off?
are you saying that we are going to beat West Brom?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Categorically?
Yep.
All right, that's
Yeah.
the 3rd of September. This is not holiday blues or anything like that now.
No.
It's not you having like
No, we've got a good home record.
You know, after flight air pressure moment
Yeah.
or
Feeling a little bit dizzy, yeah.
from the dizzy heights of 40,000 feet.
So it's the 17th. I'll
Yeah.
start it off.
Okay.
Hey, it's nearly my birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Chris. It's 2 weeks closer to my birthday as well.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah. I'm finally over my jet lag.
It's absolutely peeing down outside. We just sold the picture for 500 quid.
I've still got my Balti mix.
Huh? You still got your what?
Balti mix.
Oh, God, that's going to be a bit sour by then, isn't it?
Jota hat-trick, destroys baggies.
Yes, that's 2.
Can we get Richard's opinion on this? Because he's in the studio.
Yeah, come on, Richard.
Been a bit quiet, hasn't he? The boiler took one hell of a beating.
Yeah,
Mr. Fun sacked. Great result.
I know. Can you believe it? Sacked.
Hot at hat-trick. Hot hat-trick destroys baggies. That'd be great, wouldn't it? If, what an absolute...
It's a
boost
good
that would
headline.
be. Yeah. Yeah, can we have some headlines as well? Some comical headlines to do with Blues beating the baggies.
Your back pages headline, yeah.
Yeah, proper like Sun and Star. Crass.
I'd quite like a independent.
Great game, but the flag still smells. Did he use fast pay for the picture? Steve Smith 3-1 win. How did you think this one? This is classic. 17th of September, missed the game. It's on the 14th. Richard starred on his debut, replacing Mr. Fun, and immediately stirring the watching viewed passion with some witty banter. Great stuff.
This Gregory Beasley comment, have you seen that one?
No, I haven't, not yet.
I can scroll back up because I can't see all of it. But it's mentioning you.
My boy's back from saloon. Nick last spoke to you dressed as a monk in a brown outfit versus Fulham. Oh yes, I remember Gregory. Yeah. Regards from Porthcawl. Nice one, excellent.
Just come back from saloon.
Yes, I was stood there, and this monk greeted me, and there he was, Gregory Beasley. Bless you. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Okay, let's have some funny banter. Let's have it. 4-3. Oh,
Super Blues go ballistic. Baggies are atrocious.
Here's a good headline.
That's from Sam.
Jota,
I
he's too
like
hotter.
that one.
Oh yeah.
What's that one?
Jota, he's too hotter.
Yeah.
Right, and your one again was?
This was from Sam. Super Blues go ballistic. Baggies are atrocious.
Very, very good indeed. Is that Sam?
Sam.
Sam, the dirty old man who sat in your chair.
Correct.
Blimey.
Sam the dirty old man.
Blues goal drought ended by Lee Camp's 45-yard volley in the 98th minute. Imagine the scene on a Friday night when that one goes in.
Oh dear me. Oh
And
gosh, that
gets
is
in to
brilliant.
rescue Monk.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Baggies bounced out of St Andrews by Monk's men. I like that one, Craig. Yeah.
Dear me.
Camp comes out.
98th minute goal. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated there will be 8 minutes of extra time. Sponsored by Booker Pies. The extra time
Is that who it's sponsored by?
Booker Pies.
Is it actually?
I was in tears at St Andrews on Saturday, mate.
They'll do anything for money, won't they?
And then, just as that was going on, there was an advert for Ginsters coming up on the big screen. Oh dear me. Oh dear. Yams smashed by Blues.
A brace for the brace of Gardeners give Blues a 4-0 victory.
Oh, very good, Kevin. Very good. Blues hotter than baggies. Boilerman required. The Monks versus the Boilers. Baggies run out of steam. Oh dear. Baggy didn't decamped. God, where did they get them from?
It's good.
I know. We've got a right witty lot, haven't we? Huh? A right witty lot there.
Yes.
They are brilliant. They are.
Sometimes they're alright, yeah.
What do you mean sometimes they're alright? You're going to get slated for that now, you know.
Did you hear the Sheffield United PA taking the mick out of Villa?
Yes.
No, I didn't hear
that.
No.
What he did, right, was right at the winning 3-0 at half time. And the PA announcer went, "Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately there's only 2 minutes of extra time."
Oh, really? God.
Is that to apologise about?
Yeah, I bet.
Unfortunately, there's only 2 minutes of extra time. Absolutely brilliant. Stockdale was seen marketing Booker Pies in the stand. Baggies get porcupined. Oh, but yeah. I mean, why aren't the PA announcers allowed to have a little bit of a banter? You know what I mean?
Oh no,
Huh?
Well, they do.
inciting.
I mean, Ian Danter always used to have a bit of.
But he could do it in a method that you actually, even though it inspired the crowd to do what the crowd was doing.
But it didn't inspire any, nonsense from the away fans, I suppose. You know what I mean? The guy does that on the PA, and the Villa fans are already fighting each other. The last thing they needed was to be even more angry. Do you know what I mean? So.
Did you watch that fight closely? No. Not a single punch landed.
It was just handbags at dawn, wasn't it? Really.
Oh, look at that.
But the one guy went flying over the seat. But.
Like a load of girl.
Yeah. I don't know. How disjointed must your club be though if your sports are resulting to that? And they're in a better position than they were this time last year.
I know. Yeah, two defeats and it resorts to that.
Once more after beating the Baggies. Ooh.
The mind boggles as Blues striker scores hat-trick to sink Baggies.
The mind boggles.
That's a good one.
Right, Paul Gill says clubs aren't allowed to put down other clubs anymore after that one announcer was taking the P out of an away team. Yes, that wasn't really taking the P, though, was it? Unfortunately, there'll only be 2 minutes of extra time.
Kind of is. We wouldn't like it. We wouldn't like it, would we? You put the shoe on the other foot.
Oh, it's banter. It's not.
I don't know.
I'd be annoyed if I was in the away end and I was 3 and we're watching my team 3-0 down, and then the PA guy goes, "Oh, sadly, there's only 2 minutes left of injury time." I wouldn't be very happy about that.
Darren Shield wants to know if Richard has died as he's not moved for the last 10 minutes.
He's so overawed about
Bless
what's
him.
going on.
It's emotional.
Could someone make Richard please go to that Bozor show?
He's an actor. He's used to staying still. Yeah.
We can do that as well, can't we?
Yeah.
I've never had so much fun, to be honest with you, Mr. Fun.
Well, it's a new me, obviously.
It's good
After
talking about. You brought a little bit of America back with you, haven't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Have you seen the Partick Thistle goal that was ruled out by the ref and then
yeah,
throw in?
Oh,
No, I've not seen that one.
Oh, that was dodgy. The guys, the ball's come out from a corner, and it's cleared, and the guy's bent it in with his left foot, and I think it's hit the bar.
Yeah.
But you can see it rustle the net, so it's hit the net, and it's come back out.
Right.
And everybody celebrates. All the opposition players are like slouched because they've just conceded. They've just conceded, and the keeper kicks it. No, let's get this right. Yes, it must have. I think it was the keeper who's kicked it out. Just kicked it away because he's frustrated that they've conceded. And all the Partick players come to celebrate, and then the ref's talking to his linesman, and he gives a throw in. Because they don't think that he's crossed the line, so the keeper kicking it out in frustration, and the next thing it's a throw in, obviously. So, it looked like it was so far over the line, it was crazy.
And as for ripping races, if Blues were having a team, you wouldn't want it to end. Of course, we wouldn't. Of course, we wouldn't. Because I love it. I love banter. Filthy long balls were too long for the Baggies. We were 3-0 down at Cardiff last season and sang our hearts out 3-2 eventually. Under 23s have lost 2-0. Thanks for that, Steve Portman. And Steve Gill, if it's not for the first time the Villa fans fight with each other. It was another video. They started fighting with each other at the end of the Fulham game. Yeah, let them carry on. Let them carry on. Yeah. If that's the way they want to do it, que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Checkendoi, after being returned by Angers, scores winner with his head after falling over a rogue race sprinkler.
I think that's the only way he's getting into it.
Oh, Gil, you must sit all week and write these.
Richard Hayler says he's getting into character.
He's doing well, isn't it? See, that's so clever. They are actually.
Strangely enough, that's the same picture as his profile picture there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, look at him. Look at that stare.
Yeah, he's good enough.
Serious.
Yeah.
I think that was the headmaster role.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think it's a hobby city.
Yeah.
He would
Is that the stare of I'm about to have to give a patient some bad news?
That's it. Yeah.
I've just looked at your chart.
You've got piles.
I'm afraid it's worse than
He
piles.
could talk over a patient, telling
Yeah.
Wayne Merricks, you heard it here first. The Baggies are going to get spanked 5-1. Our luck is going to change Friday. It's a week on Friday. Please don't turn up on Friday. It's going to be a great game. Buckle up. Ah, that's good. I like your style, mate. I like your style.
Sincerely hope so.
And the waistline. That must have been from a previous comment. Let's have a look at this one. Steve got it's not the third. Okay, right. Okay, we're up to date on that then. We didn't actually catch up with the Blues ladies. Any news on there apart from that England?
No, so England are playing tomorrow, where Lucy Staniforth will be making a debut, and then the first league game is on Sunday, Solihull Moors against Everton. So.
Sorry, it's okay. All right. Richard's about to give Mr. Fun a smile transplant.
There's not a lot in it, actually.
Gregory Peacey says more like Crossroads.
Oh,
Steve Gill says I'm friends with Richard. He's a top guy. He's a friend of the show now. If you've starred on the TV, you're a friend of the show, and can't wait to see him in a couple of weeks' time with his paid for American accent, which we're going to scrutinise this. Chris, you've been in America now for 6 weeks.
I have,
and I think you're a very
an
good
expert
judge of
now.
character. So we're actually going to get him to talk Burmese and then get him to talk American.
I'm going to just say if people are brave enough to put their face on the TV next week.
Yeah.
Then,
Actually, we can't do the three word comment this week, can we? Because there's no game on. So we need to do something else.
I'll think of something.
A picture caption.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we can always do that.
Okay.
Well, we were going to do one tonight. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no mind. Too late now.
Just unprepared.
Bit too late now.
Pete said Richard's next line from that photo. The diagnosis isn't good, I'm afraid. Testing confirmed. You're from Aston.
and
that's where it ends. The EastEnders dum-dums have come in there. Yeah.
No, because his next comment is, "I'm afraid you have a serious case of long ball syndrome, sir."
Yeah.
That's when the set wobbles. Oh dear. Well, I can't believe time's beaten us once again. Look at this.
Golly,
It's flown.
I'm sweating like a
sweaty person.
Yes, a sweaty person.
It's the
It's rather
lights,
warm
love
in
it.
here, isn't it? It's the new lighting. The new look Tilton Talk Show. Always beautiful, wonderful lighting. But what you're not allowed to do is put your arms out.
No, don't.
Not allowed.
Not
No,
allowed to put your arms out.
no. We've had a lovely night. Let's not spoil it.
You're not allowed to do a gesture further than that.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds fine.
Where's your glasses and moustache and nose attached?
Ray's going to buy me a moustache, and there you go.
Okay.
Ray's going to buy me a
Are they new?
moustache. Huh?
Are they new? I take it.
Yeah, yes, £67 from Specsavers.
Oh.
I do believe something's coming in.
They
the
are
post
blue
for
on the
me.
inside.
Okay.
You know, I couldn't get the blue on the outside, but they are blue on the inside. I'm having a new tattoo done in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh.
Yes.
I shall show you all once it's all there and in situ.
It's going to be on your arm.
It is suitable to show.
It will be.
on live.
It will.
It's going to be on your arm, isn't it? Before you show us.
It's that Welsh railway station.
What a frightening thought.
Real. Ray said he was going to buy me a moustache. No, I did say I'd get one. He said, no, I want to buy you one. Right, this was Saturday. I said, I want to buy you the
Give
nose
up on
and the
the offer,
moustache.
yeah.
So I shall wait now and wait until such time as it's delivered and sitting on the table, ready for me to run with, shall we say. Ray Nash, great show, fellas. Ray, thanks for joining in. Stephen Gill, great show, lads. We've had a blast. Jason, good show again.
Richard
lads.
Golding's just joined. Sorry, Richard Golding's just joined. Maybe Richard can confirm the dizzy penalty story. Richard, do you know if the guy who did the dizzy penalties broke his hand when he fell over? Is that why we don't do it anymore? Have we got time?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we've got time for the wait. We've got time for it. We've got time for it.
Yeah.
Sorted it, Nick, for next game. Thanks, Ray. Excellent. I'm not going again.
Yeah. That's the season ticket in the bin.
Oh dear. Good to have Mr. Fun back from Matthew Rebel. Nice one.
you're
Thank you,
too
Matthew.
kind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that.
He can say that. He's in New Zealand. He's in New Zealand. He can say that all the way from over there.
Yeah, that's the final
Dave Twine, top fan. Dave Twine. We're stuck in the Groundhog Day situations. We're going to get a winner. Going to get winner in the 97th minute. Mr. Fong gets us back by kissing the groundhog.
I'd be happy to. Yeah.
Okay.
If it gets us the 3 points, definitely.
I don't think we're going to get a comment.
No, I don't think Mitch is coming back.
Anyway, guys, we might get a comment, so we'll check that out as the time we get home. We have 8 minutes additional time.
Paul's given us. Paul's put the board up. 8 minutes left.
Brilliant. Sponsored by Poker Pies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just come up as well. Richard Naylor, great show, lads. Many thanks for the fun. It's always fun. It's always great to have you on board, Richard. Can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks' time. Do come in, as I say, you'll be most welcome here on the Tilton Talk Show. Chris Browne might even have some wasabi peas or some Bombay mix for you. You never know. Yeah.
Oh,
I know, terrible.
so carry on.
Racist Chris, Nick went to Specsavers and bumped into him.
Yeah, because we bumped into everyone. Yeah.
That's only because I was drunk, Ray.
Yeah.
This has been the Tilton Talk Show. Welcome back, Mr. Fun. Thanks ever so much for coming back, mate, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
making
Pleasure to be here.
this what it is. Thanks also to Mrs. Brown. And hopefully you can get the buttons right next week.
With any luck. That's why we've had to overrun. We couldn't hear her first 5 minutes. Yeah.
Poker Pies. We keep right on to the end of the road, fellas. Keep yourself sane. Anybody know anything about that car? Please get in touch with the old Bill or whatever. And
again, just another quick one. If anybody is missing their Blues action this weekend, get down to Solihull Moors on Sunday for the Blues Women Everton match.
Blues Ladies Everton kick-off time
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock cost.
Oh, less than a tenner.
£8 quid.
Less than a tenner. Yeah.
Okay, all the best then, guys. Great to have you back on board with us, Mr. One. You know what? I don't think I've laughed so much all week.
Well, that's what I bring to the table, obviously.
Can't wait to get my nose in the stodge. Oh, golly heck. Welcome back anyway. Glad to have you back safe and sound. Thanks again, Mrs. Brown, for all your time and efforts, and everybody out there, thank you so very much. From Chris Pugh.
Thank you.
And from Mrs. Brown. And from myself. Good night. God bless. Keep right on.